Welcome back. Welcome back to Rico's Aquariums, and this is Aquarium Talk and everything in between. Episode, I believe, 36. So today's topic is obviously captive bred versus wild caught, or wild caught versus captive bred, however you want to look at it. What is the difference? Wild caught versus captive bred, and also what's better? Which one is better? Does anyone even know? So on the last episode we just did, which is, I don't know, 10 minutes or so ago, Tom Reefman said next topic to be this. So shout out for Tom that wanted to bring this up in discussion. Hopefully he will be in and want to share some of his thoughts. But as we are now coming in, some of you guys are coming into this, are tuning into the channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you are all coming in. And I guess it's not even just about, maybe not about just fish. What about corals? I don't know if we can really classify that. You hear people say, wild caught versus. I think they all were wild caught at some point, right? I mean, at some point, they learned to adapt into our system. Okay. And that makes a big difference. Now, there's consequences of, farm raised, hatching and breeding fish within our, some facility or whatever. What's the repercussion of that? What's the whatever? I think everything has a plus and minus to it. It's which one outweighs the other. In a lot of ways is what should, if the good outweighs the bad, then I think we should just leave it alone. If if it's opposite, then it's the opposite. Hello, what's going on, Jeff Reeftank? What's going on, my man? Hopefully people are going to get the notification. Don't know. YouTube is funny, but regardless, I guess I have a job to do, right? Create 365 videos in 1 year. That's what I'm doing. And it might be more than that, actually. So that's just with talking. So we'll do that and see how, as you guys come in, see what you think about this. Now, I'm going to bring up some topics and, maybe look at some things on the internet as well, because, I think it's a good topic. And I don't know, what is people talking about when it comes to this? I personally, I don't know if I actually have a preference. I think if I knew more, then I probably would. I mean, I guess, when I look at it like captive bred versus wild caught, and you are mating and having these fish reproduce that was captive bred. Let's just take like a clownfish. Can you make a clownfish that was captive bred learn to go to an anemone? You can scare it into the anemone, and it might figure out that, hey, this is a safe spot. This is where I belong. You're taking away a lot of things that happen in nature, and I feel like it maybe they learn from others' actions, if they make it to adulthood. Obviously, clowns, the clown survival once eggs is like crazy. But what's actually going to make it to adulthood? You'd be surprised. The numbers is crazy. Hello. Once again, like I said, can't help this. People are not getting notifications. Lots going on, but it doesn't matter because I'm keeping up here. So what is what are we losing when we're dealing with captive bred, say, fish? What are we losing? Um, we're losing all kinds of stuff. I mean, I mean, just think if you were taken from a baby and just thrown out, you wouldn't survive, right? Maybe you would. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on. Like last one, people were saying, "Hey, I got notified. I got a notification. Next time, 10 minutes difference. I start a new one, whatever." Um, so somebody, picks up whatever, but it's the different species, not something that's going to whatever, right? They make sure you grow up to be grown up, but when it comes time for you to do certain things or tasks you were never taught. And therefore, when you decide to mate and have your own, you only teach what you know up to that point. Like you wouldn't know maybe to nurture or be a nurture provider in that type of way. I think there's a lot that's not there that's ends up becomes missing. Well, that's just me. Now, what's the good thing about it? Well, you don't have to deal with all the diseases. We're talking about fish here. We're talking about fish from the wild that brings in all the diseases. Some diseases we just don't. I mean, like marine ick. Um, I think we can. Our fish are going to be probably a little bit healthier, stronger in that sense, being farm raised. I need to know when it comes to this type of stuff, what's better. And what I mean by what's better, what is the good outweighing the bad, or is the bad outweighing the good? And ultimately, I don't have the answer to that. I mean, yeah, I can look at it from both points, both ends of the spectrum when it comes to this type of stuff. But what it comes down to is what, good and bad. So knowing that or not knowing that is what we really need to know. We need to know if it's going to be a topic. I'm not going to get into, like some people want to fight for stop, pulling fish from the ocean. Well, we have the means to definitely see what we're actually, if we're hurting the population or not. How much work goes into that? Does any? Or is it a bunch of people just say, "Hey, oh, you're hurting that, you're hurting, you're hurting, you're hurting." Um, I don't know if that's true, and I don't know how much money goes into that to see what one is doing or not doing when it comes to the population. Um, I think this hobby is big, but not as big as people make it out to be. To be honest, we pull stuff from the ocean, we do, but are we pulling with fisheries and stuff like these mega? I highly doubt it. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't have any actual scientific or any kind of proof here. So what what do you think is the difference and why? And should it be a discussion? Should it be a discussion that needs to be had? Should you or what would you prefer, captive versus wild caught? Me personally, if you can do a lot of captive bred fish, um, without even knowing the good or the bad, to me, I would rather work with captive bred just on the strength of not bringing in disease into your aquarium and things that you can't necessarily treat once you release it into your aquarium. Now, some of y'all do quarantine tanks, you know, but how long is long enough? On a real note, what about a parasite that is always going to be stay inside that fish and just really hangs out and feeds in that fish, breeds in that fish maybe, is able to whatever and able to release offspring into the water column to attach to a new fish and swims in its anal gland and attaches inside its digestive tract. So it's able to feed on whatever it feeds on. And not really a parasite that kills the fish, but maybe makes the fish not as healthy as it should. I don't know at all. I made it today. What's going on, Rico? Hey, what's up, Romans Reef? If I could get my hand on captive bred, I would get them. Okay, so are you guys getting notification or are you just seeing me live? Just asking because I feel like it's definitely a problem right now because that doesn't make any sense when it comes to that. You didn't? You didn't get notification? I didn't get notification for this one. Yeah. All I can do is apologize. You guys are gonna have to just if you're just now seeing this, everyone, for the first time after there is no live stream, hey, yell at YouTube. That's all I can do. That's all YouTube's doing. That has nothing to do with me, man. And I'm not the only one. I've seen big channels having problems with this. So all I can do is just whatever. I didn't get notification for this one. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, now because let's just say and what about like how about the fish that they say that you can't breed or just won't breed captive bred? Like it just they just won't. It's not like natural to them or whatever. The fish just won't whatever. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fish like that. What do you guys think? I think there's a lot of fish going to be like that where we're not going to be able to have, so what do we do then? We just don't allow or just don't have those fish in our aquarium, or do we do or find a way to have them do more research or, to be able to make it possible. I honestly don't know. I don't understand. Know exactly what I should be talking about when it comes to this. I think a lot of it's still not. I think there's a debate on both sides. I think there's a lot of, hey, what's going on? How's it going on, guys? And yes, Blaze is getting in trouble. But as far as captive bred fish or wild caught is just going to be a natural fish. It's going to be whatever. Now, when it comes into our system, I think it's going to keep a lot of its natural ways and characteristics versus a captive bred. I don't think it has to learn. There's nothing to show it how to whatever. I guess you could put a TV up against your aquarium to those certain fish to see other fish and see what they're doing and maybe make them pick up on it. I don't know. I can't, they can't communicate with me and I can't communicate with them. But so once again, I'm sorry on the notification, guys. I'm sorry. Some fish hard to keep alive. So 100% we would not be able to breed them. And that's another thing, that's a good point there. A lot of fish are hard to keep, let alone if they're hard to keep, how are you going to breed them? Anybody? I mean, if you can't keep them in the first place, how is it possible for you to breed them? Don't know. Yeah, like pictures of clownfish and an anemone. Like that's what you'd have to do. Here you go, guys. Look, this is what you need to do. I don't know. West Coast, what's up, man? I'm waiting for Tom. No notification? You didn't get notified? Fresh popcorn and cookies choice or cookies? I think I would do the fresh popcorn. I'm a popcorn guy. I love popcorn. Cookies, you can only eat so many, but popcorn, I can go through some popcorn. Maybe it's possible to capture the eggs and try to raise them captive. See, I don't know what to tell you guys. I have no idea, man. I don't know if this, I don't know. I have no idea what this whole, why people are getting it one time, not getting it the next time. I could do another live stream, not then everybody gets it. It's like it's frustrating. The only difference is, guess what? These topics and talks are being left up, so therefore you're going to get to see them at some point, and that's just that. Um, hey, Cracker Jacks was the stuff, man. How do you feel, West Coast, or any of you guys? What do you guys? How do you guys feel about wild caught or captive bred? And I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, breeding, you know, it, by breeding captive bred, do you think that it's actually saving anything in the ocean? Here's the thing: a lot of these fish are small. I consider the majority of our fish in our hobby considered bait fish, even aggressive fish. They don't grow to a size where they're going to consume another shark. Like a shark, they're on the bottom of the totem pole. Okay, the fish that we keep in our aquarium. All right, I consider them all bait fish. That's just bait fish to me. Uh, it is what it is. Do you think us as hobbyists are creating enough damage with our hobby by keeping captive bred, or I mean, wild caught fish? Do you think we are hurting the ecosystem really? I mean, I guess that's the question. Do you guys feel that there's enough harm that are we doing harm by doing wild? Okay, when this ocean is how huge, and I know a lot of these fish are specific to certain areas and certain reefs. Okay, to warrant though the ban of collecting fish, wild caught, and create more of captive bred. First off, I guess that's my question to you. My thing would be is if we could do captive, all the fish that do well for is easy to keep. They do well in captivity. If we can mimic captive bred of those specific species, I think I'm on board for all captive bred on the species that we can. Now we haven't struggled with breeding certain fish because they just hard to keep period in captivity. Um, I feel like that's where it's like, do we even keep them at all in our aquarium and try because of the death rate, or should we just go for it anyway? And because some of us are able to keep some of these fish, we're lucky. I think it personally comes down to the fish. I mean, that's just me. You want to survive, survive. If you don't, you don't. So let me check over here in this chat real quick. I prefer captive bred because wild caught deserves to be left in their natural home. Well, if that's the case, we shouldn't have any corals, correct? In our aquarium, because all these corals were all captive. I mean, wild. They're all wild. Every single coral that we have in our aquarium is wild. Okay. Over the years, I mean, keeping them, we're just propagating them in house. But would that statement still warrant? Then we shouldn't have any corals. And I'm not being funny when I say that. I'm just being real. And I think it's a great topic too. And just for anybody walking in, Nano Reef says, I prefer captive because wild caught deserves to be left in their natural natural home. So I feel like that almost says, well, then you shouldn't have any corals because they were wild and they should be left in their natural home. I'm going to high school. I could study marine biology and try to dedicate my life to make captive bred fish as much as possible. Okay. Uh, he says, although I have a wild clown, breeding saltwater fish is very challenging. Captive bred better for environment and prob leads to more hardy fish. So probably leads to more hardy fish. ATF, I would have to agree with you on that. Yeah, I would have to agree to you on that. Personally, healthier because of disease. You know what I mean? Disease. Lots of my dudes in Florida be stealing all their out of the sea. Because of greed, because of money. That's what ruins a lot of this stuff. This is where I feel like, you know what? At some point, sometimes I feel like, you know what? If you can't keep it in house, captive bred, fish that can be captive bred, it is what it is. Coral, same thing. You get caught, you should be slammed, you know, from doing stuff you probably shouldn't be doing. Now, I don't know. It is what it is on that. I mean, a lot of people make it bad for this hobby. So let's get into the next one. Next comment says, a lot of the designer / ornamental fish aren't harvested like the fish we eat. Great point from what I've read, he says. That's where I was going. I said something earlier. These fish we're not eating. So the demand of these fish is really based on our hobby. How big do you think our hobby actually is? I'm just being honest. How big? I know it might seem big, but we're nothing even close to freshwater people. I don't hear anything when it comes to freshwater, but for the most part. But do I want food now or after? I don't know. It depends on what the food is. What food? The wife is asking me. Here's the thing. So, because we don't eat these fish, we're not at a demand like we are globally for the fish market. Okay. I have to agree with that. So I don't know. The studies in Hawaii show captures of fish actually improves the wild stock. So why is there such a debate then on wild caught versus captive bred? If studies show actually captures shows that captures of fish actually improves the wild stock, why is there a problem? So you could sneak in and out. That doesn't even sound right, hon. That sounds like you're being dirty. Anyway, let's see. That's crazy. There are plenty of studies that on that, but the death rate of removing from the wild is high and not really humane to the fish. Hey, but listen, what you just said there, I think that is a, I think that is a big thing that we can improve. If it's all, if I feel like they can improve that, the removal to drop the death rate of removal. I think we can improve that. I think we can come up with all kinds of things that can improve that in the fish, as far as fish removal. I think we could drop the death rate by a lot, personally. That's just me. And then whatever. And, as far as being humane and whatever to the fish. But here's the thing. Here's where I kind of draw the line. Like, when fish get attacked by another fish and they don't die instant, how many times they'll get chopped in half or bit in half by another fish? Are we crying about that? No, because we can't see that, right? But it happens all day, every day. So I don't. And once again, I think people just intervene too much, and they get too caught up in their feelings about certain things, and they create problems that doesn't necessarily need to be a problem. You got all these activists all over the world that wants to. Some of them have great points, and there's a lot that just needs to be quiet and shut up. And that's just me. That's just my opinion. Because they're crying about things that don't. I mean, this whole world is nothing but a box of tissues anymore, and everybody's crying about everything. I mean, you paint your car a certain color, it means this or it means that, and you shouldn't have done that. And like, listen, I'm not even going to get into it. We got enough for 20 going into 21. I'm just saying. Anyway, now I do support captive bred. Okay, excellent. Okay, for example, is extinct in the wild because lakes from is gone, but thriving in captivity. So what about taking those excellents or whatever you call them? Why not taking them, finding new homes? And if you captive bred them, right? If you did that, then you can get them to adapt to these new environments. You should be able to. They adapted to being captive bred, and replacing them back into the wild and in surrounding areas that maybe still have lakes that they typically were found in. Now, I understand we don't want to disrupt Mother Nature and the ecosystem, and create problems like we have snakeheads in Florida and all this other stuff that are iguanas and all this stuff that people let loose. I get it. But I think we can put back. We can always repopulate. If all the reefs in the world were gone and wiped out, us as hobbyists are awesome to be able to replant these corals back in the ocean. And these corals that we have are going to probably be more tolerant than they were in nature, just because we're humans and we screw everything up we touch. Okay, we Mr. Fixers instead of Mr. and Mrs. Leave It Alone. We're Mr. and Mrs. Fix It, and oh, I'm sorry, I screwed up again. Don't ask me. That's everybody. Everybody want to save something. Don't ask me why that is. I think it's the dumbest stuff ever known to man. Leave it alone. When it's time to go, it's time to go. That's just nature. Leave it alone. But hey, who am I, right? All right. So I don't know where this topic's really going for anybody new that's coming in here, but we're just touching on it. Okay, it's a discussion because Native Hawaii find it is it in violation of nature. In violation of nature. Well, then I guess we should all just stop, right? Fishing, taking fish from the ocean. It's violating nature. Once again, see, I think people want to control too much. I think if Hawaii would get their hands greased really well, oh, they'll turn a blind eye there. Honestly, I think a lot of it comes down to money. It's greed and money. That's all it comes down to. They will use things like violating nature. If I chose to eat a clownfish, it's a fish. Why can't I eat it? Oh, you didn't study it now? Oh, we need to pay for a study to see if it's edible. It's got meat. I'll cook it. Okay. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to saute it in some butter and eat it. If it came down to whatever and everything stopped, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that I'm going to eat. You can starve. I'm eating it. I don't care if it's glowing worms, okay, that I need to fry up and make spaghetti with. I'm going to get that with some deer meat. I'm going to find a way to make it taste good. That's all. Hello. Excuse me.
You want it?
What I got?
It's the pasta.
A pasta? What are you talking about pasta?
The bag of pasta.
Oh, you cooked it? Oh. Yeah, you can bring it in. You got salt and pepper?
It's on it. It's right here. Open the door.
Bring it in. Oh, then I can't eat it. Exactly. Each reef hobbyist is a dollar sign. It is. I bought a Captain Bred Mandarin at my LFS from a Sustainable Aquatics. Eats pellets. Only drawback is it was very, what did it say? Drawback, it was very tiny and had to let it grow out in the frag tank before it hit display. Okay. Port Wolf says, oh, thank you, Port Wolf. Thank you for the super chat. What?
I'm trying to stay out.
You trying to stay out?
Yes.
Why?
When you get off, we're moving the room.
Why? I can't. I need my stuff right here.
Yeah, I can go right here instead.
Go what?
That over here.
In my
desk.
In my desk over there, and then my fish tank over here? No. Get out. You are not in charge of this room.
I can come in and out.
You can come in and out when you want to. Nobody cares. Go ahead. Let me try this cooking.
Come on, Blake.
Oh, now time comes in. Pretty good, I must say. Anyway, I'm over here slapping in y'all ear. All right. Thanks, Portwood. Portwood says, what was that cartoon of the activist and the starving tofu eating lion? I have no idea. No idea. Would you eat dog? I probably have had dog. And if it came down to life, period, listen, in survival, don't ask a question that I'm pretty sure you can answer yourself when it comes to one like that. And I'm not gonna lie, whatever's available, if it comes down to starving, like literally the only thing there, listen, salt will make anything taste good if you do it right. Did I hear you say thanks, hot mommy? Bless you, lady. Yeah. Now y'all come in here trying to tell me how to talk to my household. Ain't y'all something special? Nah, she knows she's blessed. Trust me. Let me tell you something. This is good, man. All these vegetables. Pasta and chicken. Man. Anyway, doing water change, Tom said. Kitchen and last line. You're right. Salt makes women salt. There's a, all right. Anyway, all right. So, but yeah. So Tom, now that Tom's in here, I want to hear it with Tom. He's doing a water change. I want to hear Tom. I want to hear Tom's perspective. Why? Because this was Tom's talk, just for you guys that don't know. Tom wanted to talk about this, about Captain Bred versus or wild caught versus captive bred. And I want to sit up here and eat. You know what I'm saying? So don't mind me. Not everybody talk at once, by the way. So let me ask everybody this while I'm waiting, because I don't want people to just like, whatever. First off, leave. Just leave. Y'all forgot to hit the thumbs up. I just now noticed. Y'all come on back when y'all feel like hitting the thumbs up. 2, get those thumbs up, man. You know who you are. If you think you forgot, then go back out and put it in. It don't take nothing to do that. It is a free option. Please make sure y'all do that. I'm sitting here on a Friday night with y'all. The least y'all can do is just hit that thumbs up. How do we know? Really? Yeah, I don't know. I think they both have a place in this hobby, just like coral. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't think it's really a big debate or debatable thing. I think it's, I listen, we can only go by what they say. Oh, it's doing this to the environment. It's doing that. Can we see actual proof? Can we see, I don't know. Can we actually do studies and really prove whatever? Now, there was a study, somebody already said that, hey, what we do actually makes it even better in the environment as far as, what it does, make them spawn more, whatever the case may be. You will pay twice as much for captive bred, but they're more acclimated to our tanks. I got a Mandarin Goby today, captive bred. He's eating everything. He didn't know what a pod is. Now, those are the plus sides to that. Okay. Does that make a big difference? Yeah. If that's what the fish that you really want in your aquarium. So when it comes to certain fish like that, I would say, hey, do the captive bred for fish that won't eat only certain things. So guess what? It keeps your pod population up. And when it does decide to eat some pods, hey, it's also eating other things too. So it's not just hammering your pod population. How about that? Also, yeah, I wonder what the lifespan would be. Reef Keeper says, wonder what the lifespan is on a captive bred fish versus wild caught. Anyone? Well, I know for a lot of fish in the wild, they don't normally get to make it all the way to adulthood and all kinds of stuff because they're bait fish. I mean, they're small, they're easy to eat. Okay, so reading this comment, I was talking to a local hobbyist. He has a friend that went to Hawaii 10 years ago and a year ago. 10 years ago, there was yellow tangs and flame angels everywhere. Last year, there was very few of them. Now, hold on. Has there been some type of temperature swing? What was the reefs looking like? I mean, outside of that, was the reef thriving or did the reefs die back? If the reefs die back, I can see a low population of stuff. If the reefs are thriving, maybe they were sheltered because they got spooked. Reefs thrive behind reef fish. If the reef fish ain't there, reefs ain't there. I think they kind of go hand in hand. Would you guys say that? That's what I feel. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been to Hawaii. I couldn't tell you. I haven't dived there. It makes me want to go just to go see myself. Hey, the wife trying to get me fed because I'm in here running live streams. I can't move, man. You know? Only thing she forgot to bring me is a pop. Something to drink. It says it's anecdote, not science. Many reasons they could not have been there. That is very true, too. That is very true what WVU Reefer says. Okay. Another one says, and sorry, Tom, if I'm making you hungry, says Australia has had sustainable fisheries for decades. They have studies and monitored it. It is political. That's what I was looking for. It's political. I almost guarantee you, I will leave this hobby forever. That what it boils down to is political. It's money. Huh? You ain't getting food. You ain't getting fed up. Mm-mm. No, my wife trying to make sure you guys, she sees how excited I am to get back in here and doing this stuff. So she's trying to make it easy for me. Which I gotta love her for that. Mm. Hey, can I get something to drink? So what do you guys think? I mean, I'm sitting here eating. I don't see the chat really going right now. What I said, I think it's political too. I think it's all about money. Fish collecting, or well, somebody can repeat it right there in the chat. But yeah, fish collecting. Yeah, saying there's no fish. Oh yeah.
You get a remote control card. So the remote control can run it in and out.
Why are you getting out the TV? Because you're looking like you just walked out the bed. Come here, Blaze. I'm about to eat you. I'm starving. Yeah, why don't you do that? Definitely do that, Tom. I'm gonna get a mandarin too. I'm gonna do a captive bred too, though. Yeah. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the game. So what everybody was saying is I just got to put a water box in the back. I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the Planet Aquariums in the back. He's a 1/2 inch. Wow, that's small. Yeah. Mm. So Blaze, that you just met, our little dog, him and Sienna is same age, 6 years old. Yeah, Planet Aquariums. All right, let me put that over there, man, because, man, woo. Gotta love that crack. get this fizz. All right, so no, we were talking about wild caught versus captive bred. Why there's even shutting down this, shutting down that, fisheries, this and that. So is there a real problem as far as the fishery? Here's the thing. They didn't stop fish for the food that we consume. I have a problem with that. We're talking about a hobby that is very small on the radar. Hear me out, guys. On wild fish, very small. I mean, if you got some captive bred, have some captive bred. If that's what you want to pay for, hey, do what you do. But the stop of wild caught, unless it's really posing a problem, which I highly doubt, we're a small blimp on the radar. All right. And if we are a small blip on the radar, how much damage are we doing to taking fish for our hobby? Now, think about the fish that we're taking for consumption. Oh, why is that okay? Hold on. I'm just asking a question. I need you guys to really hear me out on this, and I need your answers in the chat. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not getting it. A lot of places have quotas. I get that. More money on it. Fish and coral are becoming like toilet paper. Scarce. Yeah. I read we are not even 1% on the radar compared to the real reef out there. That as well. We're not. Imagine that. Imagine that. What up, babe? Imagine that. So what's the problem then? What's the problem? What is the problem? My cousin lives in Hawaii. Should ask him if he noticed a difference in fish population. Mighty Reefer, I think that would be a great question to ask. Somebody that's right there. I don't know if he scuba dives or anything, but that would be nice to know. Yeah, go to the islands. They do eat. They eat parrotfish. They sure do. Triggers, parrotfish. Like we eat Chipotle bowls. You ain't lying. I think there's too much fish taking out for food. It's sad because not of them are eaten a lot. Lots of it is thrown in garbage. Now, that's where I draw the line. You know what I mean? Don't be taking stuff that you're not going to eat, going to just throw away. I think that's just ludicrous. I'm happy for you and your girl. She finished school. Yeah, hood stuff, brother. You ain't lying, man. I'm happy too. I'm happy because, boy, let me tell you, my wallet got drained on that one, especially when she had to repeat and had to withdrawal and almost. Oh yeah, man. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money, man. You talking, dog? That's a lot, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to cry. Yeah, that's. So yeah, I had it. That's a lot. That's a lot. That man, I don't even want to talk. That's rough, man. That's rough, man. Especially when you got a family too. It ain't like you doing school then have a family. You kind of did it non-traditional. You know what I mean? Like backwards. But I'm older, obviously, too. So it's the what they say, the effing you get for the effing you gave. So um, can't complain. It's done. She doing great. We good. That's all that matters. No complaints. 2021. Um, Real talk. But she's going back to school, so I think she's just going straight to now instead of being sent, she's going straight for the masters or something. She's skipping. She's just going to jump, whatever. So she asked me how I felt about it. I said, well, it is what it is. Another 30,000 or so. Oh, look at her. She gonna pop in here. Now she gonna show me some love. Fix my food, woman. No, I'm joking. Oh, I love you too, honey. I love you. Oh, love you. Oh, you're making me so soft. Am I blushing? Oh, yeah. Uh, life ain't always conventional. Hey, Marcus, you better say that. You better let me tell you something about life. You know, I was a very, very serious person at one time. So serious, my wife that y'all laughing at, she was ready about to go by. Like I was so serious. There was no laughing. There was no playing. There was seriously, your ketchup packs would be mine. I'm not lying. God's my witness, right? It's a bit. She made me learn to loosen up and not take life so serious. And I'm glad because you know what? I have more fun now, and I'm able to have conversation with people. And don't get it wrong. I mean, I still can go 0 to 100. I mean, I'm sure you guys been here long enough to see that. But it's definitely pleasing to be able to just do something that I love to do and I like to have fun with, which is talking about reef tanks, which has always been like a move side of me. I'm just being honest. Motorcycles. I was in the pit bulls before too. I'm thinking about getting into that again as another hobby. So I might be, I don't know yet. Might make me a kennel out here. I don't know. I was thinking about getting some nice pits, get some papers and get some paperwork and breed me some nice something real nice. But no, I mean these are things that I really enjoy and I can't do it. I don't think I would have been able to do it without like my hobby is always just my personal hobby. I wasn't really the person to be talking about this stuff or sharing it. Just because I really wasn't the people person. And I didn't talk to dudes, period. I don't care. I didn't mess with dudes, period. I didn't mess with no dudes, period. Period. I had fun, did my thing. Dudes was all, stay away, bro. Anyway, but yeah, so it's funny how life throws a lot of stuff at you, and it's up to you to grab it by the horns and understand why it's there. How easy you could just just people are people. You have to learn to just even though people can be a trigger and not be whatever, but you learn to just kind of become a thicker skinned person, keep it moving. Worry about the people that's doing something for you, man. Worry about the people that's following you that love you for you. You can't love everybody, and everybody ain't gonna love you. Love the ones that love you. Keep it moving. I mean, one thing I can say about you too, I'm being honest. I know it's kind of off the topic here. We're like the end of our show for this part anyway. Is that I met a lot of cool people. And there's a lot of people that I wish I could have met. So I could have, sit down and serve them some ketchup and stuff, you know, with a meal. I mean, y'all know what I mean, but it you know it makes you to become give you a thicker skin. You don't realize you can have a thick skin, but I don't think you realize how thin your skin is until you in this seat or anybody's seat that does this type of stuff. I'm just being real. I don't think you understand how thin your skin is. Doing this will actually make your skin thicker and make you appreciate the ones that appreciate you and keep the rest and just keep it moving. So, yeah. But anyway, she's definitely had her plus sides to things with me. So I won't bash the wife, you know, but she's had some good. I'm focusing on the good parts. You know, we all have our ups and downs. But anyway, pit bulls, in my opinion, should be considered wild animals and require permits. That is the reason why I don't like people right there, because the animals don't do nothing, but you cause the animals to do what they do. Our pit bull law used to be you had to have them branded, tattooed, and microchipped. My other pit bull, I had tattooed, microchipped, or it was microchipped or tattooed or both. I had her, she was tattooed and microchipped. Okay. And insured under my homeowners policy because I had to have it. And I had to take her, get a picture done at the DMV. That's Department of Motor Vehicles. And she had her own little personal file of her in case she was to bite somebody. Pit bulls ain't like that, bro. If you raise them to be that type of dog and you doing some crazy stuff with them, I don't care what dog it is. It don't have to be a pit bull. Anything with teeth will bite. Yeah, tattooed. Yeah, tattooed on the belly. Yeah, tattooed like inked. Tattooed because they also wanted you to have her have them fixed. So that was another way to know if they're fixed with the tattoo. Yeah. But anyway. Sorry, Nano. They're not. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Nano Reef. I'm gonna be honest with you. That means that I need a permit because I'm a dangerous animal on a real level. I'm dangerous. You're possibly dangerous. Everybody in the chat is can be a dangerous animal, but I'm gonna be honest. I probably definitely need a permit. Oh man, and I hey, don't take it personal. I just had to say that, man. I had to because I've been around dogs my whole life, and they are what you make them. Just like us as people, you're a product of your environment. If you was born up sheltered and never got in a fight in your life, the chances and probability of you ever fighting are slim to none without getting, teeth kicked in. I'm just saying. If you grew up in a environment that's what it was, then I guess you need a permit depending on what type of environment you grew up in. But I'm not going to get into all that topic. But anyway, I think this is a good talk show. I don't know. I could do another one here in a little bit. You guys want me to do another one? It's up to you. Let me see real quick. Show of thumbs. Should I do another live stream? what topic? Real quick, I'll give you guys a minute to get this in. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna look. Hopefully everybody just had fun. I think this was I do got a permit, but I ain't got a permit for myself. Anyway, but I'm going to line when it comes running. It's South Bronx. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. Let's talk about permits. See, what did you do, Nano Reef? You see what you did? Is flow more important than lighting? I like it a lot. Refugiums. Taco Friday topic. Tequila. Yeah. All right. Real quick. I need 7 more thumbs up before I leave. If I'm gonna do it, I need 7 more thumbs up. If you forgot to hit that thumbs up, give me 7 more thumbs up. And we got another live stream. Let's go. Let's go. We got 1 minute right now. 1 minute right now. Going once, going twice. So to the highest bid. If you forgot to hit that thumbs up, make sure you get that thumbs up. As I'm getting ready to sit here and close this out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Rico's channel. Stop playing me. I seen somebody took a thumbs up away. Thank you very much. I see y'all. I see it all. Also, don't forget to look out for these guys back behind me. I don't know who those guys are, but they sure do. I appreciate your guys' business, and they appreciate you so much. They gave me a discount code for life. This is the only channel you're going to get that from. Hey, can you imagine that? Rico's Aquariums, 5% for life. Discount code. It ain't something. I mean, it ain't much, but it's always something. Something better than nothing. Hey, all little bit helps. Don't forget, if you want to become a member on this channel, hit that button right there that says for members. Also, you guys think I'm playing. I'm not playing about them thumbs up. I will get you. I'm going to go get my permit. I'm gonna get my permit. Think I'm playing? I'm dangerous. Anyway. That guy got too close up in the camera. Hey, Rico, where you get that? No, you guys are fun. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. I don't know where some of my friends are. Nano Tank, you did that. I don't know where you at, man. I don't know where you went, but stop it. Stop it, Nano Tank. All right, so I'm out, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys had done your job, so we will go on the next one. All right, catch you guys here in a minute.